You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome. Little TADPOG podcast. Right over here. This Wednesday.
Homespun.
For you, Wednesday. Homespun, artisanal podcastery here at TADPOG Farms.
What would TADPOG Farms look like?
Every butt meticulously curated.
Shorn.
Shorn and penis lovingly crafted to fit every taste, big or small.
I guess that is how you would market, butts and penises if you were bringing them to Walmart, pitching them. We got all sizes.
You back up your truck, you have a little sign that says butts and penises,
Right.
5 cents, truck full of them.
God. If only it were that easy now, That's so quaint. I remember looking at the old sepia tone photographs of the farmer with the wood plank pickup truck with dicks and butts in the back of his
Back when
bushels.
dicks and butt meant something.
Yeah, really. I remember I could go down and buy a butt for a nickel.
Like Black Snake Moan, Samuel Jackson took his truck, sold some butts.
Yeah, my pawpaw, my grandfather, my mom's dad, he still does produce. He still
He still loves butts.
He's still fucking, man, you can't tear that dude away. He actually does really like butts. So yeah, that is, I don't know that, but I do know that he fucks. So, so I assume that he likes butts.
I assume he likes butts.
Yeah.
But he might be missionary only. Get the butt away from me. Face it down.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be. I don't know. What are you drinking?
Well, I didn't
Furniture
have any
polish? What is that?
It does look like that. I didn't have any big cups, so I took the container of Chi-Chi's Long Island iced tea
Okay.
and filled it with a combination of Sprite Zero, apple juice, tequila, and triple sec.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but it totally looks like
Like Pledge.
Yeah, you're drinking Pledge. Yeah. Or God forbid, Malort.
It does look like Malort.
It looks like Malort. Yeah, when you first when you pulled that bottle out, I was a little concerned that maybe we were going to have
That's
Malort.
not a die, Dave.
Yeah, don't drink that much Malort.
I'm going to drink a quart of Malort. A Quilort. But I'm your bearded host, Tyler, and I'm very excited to see some packages over there.
Yeah, we got a package. This came in from Kira and John, a.k.a. Bunny. And we've got, I've been really anticipating this package because, not only do we grow our own dicks and butts on this farm, we also enjoy importing spicy goods. And these are, in fact, some spicy goods. This is the new hot sauce from Heatonist.
Man. I know what this is. And man, I think we're going to get lit the fuck up.
I hope so. Kira told me that it's good on pizza, so that's good. I need a new pizza hot sauce. But yeah, it is. It is Hot Ones, the Last Dab Apollo, made with the Apollo pepper.
The god of the sun
Yeah, I mean, how do you top that?
and medicine.
We'll feel better. So they were really super cool and sent 2 of these. So
That's very awesome. That's so awesome because I was like, man, I want this.
now you got it.
Hell
Here,
yeah.
I'll pass it over, and we can each lick the flames from our own bottle of the sun.
About to say, and I will take this to work tomorrow. Casey will also want to enjoy this.
Sweet. And they've also included some chocolates to help ease the pain. But I imagine also that there's no way we're going to eat all these chocolates. So these are probably also a good offering for Choco Chico.
Ah, yes.
I recognize all of these except for Oh, wait. No, I haven't had a Reese's Fast Break yet. Have you had one of these? A Reese's Fast Break?
Not in a minute.
It's milk chocolate, peanut butter, and nougat.
I pop the cap off this, and I'm a foot away, and it's just like, oh God.
Well, here, I'm gonna throw you. Are you gonna partake in the candy, or are you?
Oh, you fucking bet I am.
Oh, well, I hit your microphone with that. Sorry. Would you like a Rolo as well? Do you like Rolo, the creamy caramels wrapped in rich chocolate candy?
I do like Rolos, but I do not think they will be of much help.
This is what always works for me. It's just the plain ass Hershey's milk chocolate.
Something fast acting. Rolo ain't fast acting.
No, it's not.
Like my grandma always used to say, Rolo ain't fast acting.
We need some tough acting to there's also Kinder Bueno.
Oh, I do like those.
So this is a rarity.
Mm-hmm.
Kinder Crispy Cream Chocolate Bar, crispy wafer with creamy nut filling. All right, man.
It's like gum.
God, they just put it right on the package. Those dirty boys at Kinder.
Every day we get further and further from God.
Would you like a little tortilla chip?
I would like a little tortilla chip.
Take a little chip. Take a little chip. All right, I haven't smelled it yet. You said it smells real hot?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it smells good, though.
Man, that is... So now I guess this puts the Carolina Reaper in third place.
I don't know.
Behind Pepper X and now the Apollo Pepper.
As much as I like spicy stuff, I don't really keep up. I really honestly don't keep up with the designer peppers.
I think Carolina Reaper is technically still on top because Guinness hasn't certified the other two.
Got to get that certification.
Or that's what all the college recruiters told me.
Yeah, they're like, Tyler, if you want to get into the Guinness World of Records for the boy who ate the most balloons, you have to get it certified or it doesn't count. All right, number 10, according to pepperscale.com, the number 10 hottest pepper is the 7-pot Barakpur.
Okay.
Which was invented
I've heard of that.
by Barack Obama.
I want to create the hottest pepper you've ever had.
Number 9 is 7-pot brain strain. 8 is the Naga Viper. 5 is the Dorset Naga. Number 4 is the 7-pot Dougla. Dougla?
What's that site again?
This is bullshitpeppernews.com.
Okay.
It's pepperscale.com, where they're listing, they actually list the 15 hottest. Number 15, Google just give me a little short list.
That's what we do. I'm a humble man. I just take what Google gives me. I don't need no more. I don't need no less. I just take what Google gives me.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. 15.
The closest thing humanity has had in proximity to a true God, Google. I take what Google gives me.
Oh, it's scary. Did you know there's a thing called an infinity pepper?
No. Isn't that what Homer ate?
I think that was the, what was that? Oh my God, I can't remember what it's called now. That's horrible.
Say it a little bit louder, Phil and Paul.
Yeah.
We can almost hear you tomorrow.
It's like the insanity death pepper or something. It's like something insanity pepper, right? I don't know. I'll look it up. That way we can make sure that our bases are covered. Mm-hmm. The Dorset Naga. Number 4 is the Pot Dougla. Number 3 is the Trinidad Moraga Scorpion. Number 2 is the Komodo Dragon Pepper, which definitely sounds like something you would eat in like a Bonk's Adventure kind of game. Man, you got the Komodo Dragon pepper.
Oh man, they're going to breathe fire and hurt your enemies, but you're also losing health while you do it.
Right, exactly. It's the Dark Knight of chili peppers. And then number 1 they've got listed as the Carolina Reaper.
Okay.
But I don't know. Honorable mention, Pepper X.
Why honorable mention? Because it's not certified?
Maybe. Pepper X is said to be double the heat. Yes, double of the Reaper. And a hefty 700,000 Scoville heat units above even the Dragon's Breath. Let's see. Yeah, it's because it's not certified by Guinness yet. And I think that this was probably written, Yeah, this was done like in 2019. So this was done, I guess, before the god Apollo shot
Said,
peppers at us from the
"Fuck your
sun.
shit."
Right?
Because on this, the Last Dab Apollo is the world's only hot sauce made with the Apollo pepper.
Made by Apollo Creed.
Made by Apollo Creed. The first time you try it, it's going to knock you out. The second time, you'll barely win. The third time, no one really knows what's going to happen.
That's a good. I'm just gonna smile and nod because like all I can do is make an Apollo Creed name reference. Outside of that, I don't know what the hell's going on. Still haven't seen a Rocky movie. That's
Good.
a Rocky
Good,
thing, right?
Yeah. The new hottest pepper from Guinness World Record holding. Oh, now it's saying it is certified by Guinness, that the Apollo is.
God, who knows? With this back and forth Billy Mitchell bullshit.
World record holding chili breeder Smokin' Ed Curry.
Dude, with the last name like Curry.
You better breed hot
You
sauce.
gotta bring it, man.
The Apollo pepper channels the sun's energy to bring new levels of flavor and heat to the world of super hots.
Just wait until Pete Drunken Noodle has his pepper out. It's gonna be even hotter than that. The Hades pepper.
Perfect.
That'd be
It's
a good.
hot and cold at the same time.
It's also a video game tie-in. The first ever video game tie-in produce. Well, actually,
I love it.
I don't think that's true. I think Donkey Kong did that banana
The
stuff.
Persephone pomegranate. So
Ooh,
good.
yeah, dude, I would. Yeah, that's like if there is not a pomegranate like company named Persephone, then like they are fucking missing out on a golden opportunity.
Yep. The Dionysus drink, a wine company. Come on.
That one probably.
Surely.
That one,
Surely.
yeah, probably exists.
All right. My nose is already running preemptively.
Great. You want to do the thing? You want to eat the pepper sauce? The hot sauce? Whoa, that's a lot. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm ready. I want it to hurt. I'm ready.
You sound like me after my last relationship.
I'm single and ready to get hurt. Let's eat a chip. It smells good. It smells a lot like the last one.
It does.
The chocolate one, like what I can't remember what it was called, but it's really good. I'm still eating that on tacos.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, cheers. Yeah, baby. That's how I rate hot sauce on like Austin Powers quotes. I'd give that one one. Yeah, baby.
I'm feeling it in my locked vagina.
What is that?
Oh.
That's your rating?
Oh, there it is.
Let me just wash this down with a Hershey's milk chocolate rectangle. You went for the fast break, I see.
Mm-hmm.
How was that fast break?
Good. It's more chewy than I expected. No crunch at all. It's like a firmer Milky Way.
Do you like it Three Musketeers?
No, not really.
You don't? I like it Three Musketeers. I like that. It's just like, I don't know. It floats in that commercial from the 90s, so that's why I like it.
It is exceptionally hot.
I like it.
Because where the chocolate is not hitting my mouth, I just feel like a ring of burning.
It is hot. Not as bad as that. Not as bad as that actual pepper that we ate.
Oh, no.
the Carolina
No.
Reaper. I don't feel like I'm running the risk of going to the emergency room.
I'm not hiccuping or throwing up.
So this has been pretty good. TADPOG Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're right.
Chocolate and hot sauce. Margarita mix. NyQuil.
I do still have that
Monster Energy drink.
sponsor of TADPOG Thanksgiving.
All the things. These are all the things I'm thankful for.
I do have that Carolina Reaper injector for like
Like a meat
chickens
injector?
and turkey. Yeah, that Big Dip Pie Baker Chris Vaughn got for us.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to actually, for some Patreon, I will bake a bake a chicken with it.
I got my hopes up. I thought maybe you had one like, here it is.
Oh.
Kira, John, thank you.
Oh my God, thank you.
This is so good. I'm a big fan. I can't wait to go home and order a pizza. This would be good on pizza.
I want to make a curry with it.
That'd be good too. An Ed curry.
That was in my brain. I was thinking a drink, but yeah.
An Ed curry homunculus that Tyler's created in his kitchen.
Oh, man.
I do want to try this Kinder.
Have you never had one?
I've never had a Kinder Bueno, I don't believe. I've had Kinder chocolate before, but like, I guess it was just the illegal eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you had one of these?
I have, but I would love another one.
There you go.
I think they're very good.
Man, I'm not throwing these very well. I need to practice throwing
You're
chocolate.
throwing them just fine. I'm not catching very well.
I don't know. This Bruce Wayne-esque dining table is hard to gauge, like how far I should throw. Oh, these look like pretzel bites or something. Oh, it's
It's
good.
a very soft crunch.
Mm-hmm. So are we breaking the law by eating these, or I don't?
Probably.
Yeah, we're renegades.
We'll get some raw milk with
Yeah.
it. It's going to be great. Raw milk and that one cheese made by maggots.
Oh, that's illegal.
I remember I watched a documentary over like illegal food clubs that will like have big dining events where they each will make one of the illegal things. They all get together in private and secret and eat them.
That kind of sounds like up your alley a little bit.
It does. It absolutely does. I would eat the maggot cheese.
I'm not a cop. You can tell me if you are actually in one of these clubs. I won't turn you in.
No, well, we can start one. I'm down.
Oh, no, I don't want to be involved. That sounds gross. But, I mean, I want you to
I'll
be...
eat the maggot cheese.
I want you to be happy.
I'll pick the maggots out.
I'll just be happy for you. Meanwhile, I will just eat the things that I am comfortable with. Which is like...
You're a pretty adventurous eater, though.
For this area, sure. But, I mean, you go to like a coast or something, and it's like, yeah, I'm not an adventurous eater, I don't think. Like, a lot of it, I'm like hamstrung by just not liking fish. I just don't like fish or that fishy flavor.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of stuff is just like, just cut right out. And it's, yeah.
Although, speaking of food like that, though,
Yeah.
Because I still don't have Netflix. Pretty much all I watch is YouTube between everything when I do get to sit down and watch TV. So what I've been watching lately is Freaky Eaters.
Freaky Eaters?
Freaky Eaters.
Have you friended any of the Freaky Eaters on Facebook yet?
I have not yet.
Okay, all right. Why not?
Melissa did mention it.
yes.
Because
Great.
we were watching. It's about people. They don't really have eating. I mean, I guess I wouldn't call it eating disorder, but it's not like bulimia, anorexia, or anything. They
exclusively eat maggot cheese.
Well, they exclusively eat like one food.
Okay,
Or they're
like
addicted
couch
to
stuffing.
One food. That is what it's. That my strange addiction had the
Right,
couch stuffing.
right. I remember that one. That's an old one too. That's like back when we had cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest one I saw was the lady who like ate tons and tons of cornstarch.
Just cornstarch?
Just like she would eat other things, but then like in
Was
between,
she afraid of pooping? Like, was that like?
that's what they asked. Like, you're gonna get a bowel obstruction if you keep eating all this
I mean, I would
cornstarch.
think so.
They show them like he poured a bunch of cornstarch into a pool of
I don't
water.
care. I like to go 6 weeks before I poo.
It'd be time for activities.
It saves me at least 40 minutes a day.
I'm about to say I would have an extra hour a day if I just didn't have to poop.
I wasn't kidding with the 40 minutes. Yeah. But that's just because I like to leisurely, I'm like Al Bundy. I just like to go in there and be like, well, I don't get smoke breaks at work, but I'm going to sit here and poo for 15 minutes.
Well, I tell Melissa, she's like, why do you poop so long? I got to let it heal back up.
Yeah.
It's got to, if I do it too fast to get up, it just feels like, oh my God, I'm not ready.
I just imagine like your rectum Wolverine style, just like healing over.
Knitting back over.
Right. If I don't poop once every 2 hours, my butthole is just gone.
Gonna close.
It's just like it's like an ear piercing. It just grows over. It's not good for anybody.
Then I have to go there and puncture it again.
I'm in there with an ice pick. It's not good for anybody.
Honey, make my new asshole. You can see where the skin's thin, where it's grown over. Just punch right through that.
Oh God, just lance it, Dr. Pimple Popper.
I think the first one, the cornstarch lady, they showed like where they could walk across cornstarch and they could walk across the cornstarch in water, because if you run fast, that's how how the thickening power of it. And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know that."
She didn't know that.
She didn't know
feel
how powerful it was.
Like in her mouth. You know what I mean? Because I've never had just straight up cornstarch.
I can't imagine. I've never just eaten it. It does feel wonderful in your hands. It's like powdered silk. Powdered silk. It is like
it's silk for
putting your
seals.
hand in cornstarch is extremely gratifying.
But
I couldn't imagine eating
it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess my problem with I don't like cornstarch. Like, obviously I like it in things that it's in. But like, anytime Nikki cooks with it, I hate it because it's just like, I feel like I find it in places.
You gotta be really careful with it. You have to you can't just pour it in there, otherwise it's gonna clump. You have to break it down with your fingers in water and then pour the water into something so you then thicken it.
So
she would hide bags like it was cocaine all over her house and all in her car in weird places.
Was she pretending? At the end of the episode, is she like fucking Scarface, like with a big mound of cornstarch on her desk?
Well, and of course it's still a reality show, so a lot of it is fucking fake. I believe that these are people with issues, but they make the big fake pomp and circumstance around it.
Yeah, when they show up, they're like, okay, just be a big personality.
Well, they catch her eating the cornstarch that she's hidden in her car. So these two people just walk up to her. There just happens to be a camera just standing right there.
Right.
They walk up and surprise her while she's digging through a plastic bag with a spoon, eating her cornstarch, and she has it all over her face like it's fucking coke. Like, what are you guys doing here? I don't know what I'm doing.
Tyrone Biggums.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She has it all over her face. She's like, no, I have to hide it from my husband because it's like me eating 3 boxes of cornstarch a day.
Well, I feel like that's a pretty valid concern. I'm sure you're right that was totally staged.
That's the weirdest one. The other one was the guy who was addicted to maple syrup.
Oh,
he put maple syrup on.
I don't like
everything.
I don't want to be in either of these people's houses. How do they live?
That
Tell
one
me
really
that.
grossed out Melissa was the maple syrup because he's putting it on his eggs. He's putting on everything he eats is covered in maple syrup, which is really not maple syrup. It's cheap ass corn syrup, from Walmart.
Yeah, put some brown flavoring or brown coloring.
Brown coloring, and we'll call that
flavoring.
corn syrup. Yeah, he's because his grandmother who used to love would always make him waffles, so he has a attachment to the maple syrup. That's why he constantly eats it.
I mean, that's what makes waffles better than pancakes. You got the syrup traps, and the butter traps. I don't like syrup a whole lot, but butter.
I don't.
I'm down.
I'm not. I do like syrup on waffles and pancakes. I used to dip popcorn in it when I was little. That's how I did popcorn. But I do prefer a waffle over a pancake.
Crispy. Waffle's crispy. I mean, when it's good. Like a good waffle is way better than a good pancake, I think.
And Mitch Hedberg called it, while you're starting to eat a pancake, it's great, but by the time you get to the end, you're fucking sick of them.
Right.
That is 100% how I feel about pancakes.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how many are stacked up.
You stack up Kroger pizzas like they're pancakes.
Right. I mean, I get that.
And a gallon of lemon lime Gatorade. That's culinary school.
I get that, that's the appeal of a pancake, right? Is that you can just stack them.
The spectacle, yeah.
Yeah, they're like Legos. They're like the Legos or really they're the Lincoln Logs of breakfast foods, if you think about it.
Because that one, and they showed him how much he would eat maple syrup in a day. And it was ridiculous how much he would eat.
Do they get into I mean, I know you said with the lady, they were like, look, this is like going to stop you up forever, like a fucking mummy in a tomb.
Yeah.
But like, do they like go through like with everybody? Or they're like, this is what your bowels look like right now. Then it's like Goofy driving a car off a cliff.
I do like your Goofy impression.
Thank you. I worked on it all day. I hope you could tell.
They will give them all blood tests and show them what their dyes do to their body. So
their
like,
doctors,
for him,
like, are their doctors ever like, stop?
everyone, he's telling me like, yeah, everybody wants me to stop, but I'm not. I love it. I love maple syrup. I'll never stop. So they're having him like try different things to see if he'll eat anything that's slightly healthier. He hates everything but like peach salsa. So really, in the end, it doesn't do any peach
salsa.
Peach salsa. Toward the end, it doesn't really do him any good because he just substitutes peach salsa for maple syrup that he puts on everything.
Well, I mean, my diet's pretty bad, but this makes me feel great. Yeah. So yeah, thanks reality TV for delivering exactly what we want.
Yeah. There's the guy who only ate pizza since he was like 4 years old.
Since he was a small turtle. Please tell me he came out of the house like cowabunga,
just like a turtle. Yeah. They're my favorite. I have to eat.
And they're like, holy shit,
the turtle's diet.
He flips it on them. Like, what have we gotten ourselves into? And he's like, he's got a camera. What are you drinking there? Starbucks.
And the deal with that guy is like, it turns out he's eaten so much pizza for so long, he craves it, but he's developed like a dairy allergy almost. So it's
because of the cheese,
right? So that's what's really, because he was like a star athlete in high school and into college.
Classic. That tale as old as time.
Yep. He was a volleyball star. And then he basically this pizza started kicking his ass. He refused to stop eating pizza and had to quit volleyball.
Michelangelo, are you on the junk again?
He eats something like 400 pizzas a year or something. Like they stacked them all up and showed him
2 pizzas a day. I mean, if there's 3 meals a day, I mean, I feel like a third of the time you're not eating pizza. Almost a third of the time.
He basically he kicked dairy, and then he was like, suddenly he was okay.
Wait, I want to confirm. Are you not supposed to eat that much pizza?
Because I need to make some calls.
Because I think I need to switch doctors because no one has told me to stop.
There was a guy who only ate cheeseburgers since he was a little kid. Sounds like he was married to his wife was in culinary school, so she'd make all these big meals, and he wouldn't eat them. He would, when he knew she was cooking, he would go eat a bunch of cheeseburgers before he got home, and then.
Sorry, I'm
cheeseburgers.
full.
Yeah, I stopped, ate some on the way home, but it was like pretty much just plain cheeseburgers.
I bet they have real good sex though.
Because that was probably the biggest couple disparity between the two of them.
Like, I bet that was
he only eats cheeseburgers.
You can tell he only eats cheeseburgers.
If I were to look at that dude and somebody told me he only eats cheeseburgers, yeah, that lines up.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that already. I'm like, so the therapy for him was, showing how much all like the burger containers, how much he ate in a year, and then basically then like, all right, we want to expand your palate, but we want to play it safe in baby steps. So it's basically like, all right, here's a burger. There's some lettuce on this burger. Can you eat this?
Oh, we would just eat them plain or what?
Yeah, just plain. That's all he would ever eat. He was like And I
like no pickles or nothing on there?
Nothing.
Mustard, ketchup?
Nope.
Really?
And I showed
meat bun.
Meat cheese bun done.
Meat cheese bun done. Okay.
And I showed Melissa because Melissa will either do a plain cheeseburger or ketchup and pickle.
No, that's
if there is any piece of lettuce that has been on it, I'll take it off. She's like, I can still taste it. No,
Yeah.
So the guy's talking about how like it is a personal affront to me if I find tomatoes or pickles or God forbid lettuce on my cheeseburger.
What did you do? Pause.
So I stopped looking. Melissa, come here, come here. And she watched it. She's like, I get it. It is a personal assault.
Well, it reminds me of Jacob of Wolf Fighting fame. He always gets a plain
meat cheese bun
plain
done.
Cheeseburger. Yeah.
He's come a long way since we used to live together when it comes to like eating. Like I'm impressed with him because it was like, dude, how do you survive? Come on, man.
I like a cheeseburger.
He has really, really come around.
I like a cheeseburger. It's kind of funny because it's like if you really like look at all 4 of those episodes that you watched, there is a pretty big like.
Oh, I've watched more than 4. Please go. Please come on.
But there's a pretty big like difference between like I only eat cornstarch, so like I eat real food, just like a lot of that.
I mean, I just eat cheeseburgers, like dangerous amounts of cheeseburgers, but I'm not. It's actual food.
Yeah, it's not an
like
ingredient.
To wean the cornstarch girl off of cornstarch, like you need
They
vitamins.
gave her Ajax.
We're just going to murder you.
Man, this can't be helped. I'm sorry.
Because they tested her blood and it's like you have like no minerals or vitamins in your blood. So they're like,
How are you alive?
How are you alive? So they start mixing in like
flour and shit.
Well, like protein powders and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And then with a decent amount of corns, because they tried just that, and she's like, no, it doesn't feel the same. So they had to do a decent mix of cornstarch in it. So now she's trying to do that less and less, but at least she's getting some nutrition and not just cornstarch.
Do they talk about like why? Like why the disorders like exist?
A lot of them have, it's tied to something in their childhood or something, some kind of trauma.
Yeah, you're talking about the dude's grandmother with the waffles and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And like the woman who she ate other things, but she would eat 40 ice cream bars a day.
Man, that's a lot of ice cream
Yeah,
bars.
because it showed how many she would go through, and
That's
she got the
like-
store. It was only this one brand.
Do you remember the brand?
It was like Roland Farms or something
Dude,
like that.
I bet Mr. Roland was watching that episode like, fucking stop, dude. Fucking stop. Fucking stop.
That was in the comments a lot. And the tale is that once this episode aired, Roland Farms went out of business.
I got 3 kids, man. I gotta get through. No one's heard of us before. This is our only customer.
And she, both her sons like moved out, and she had a horrible divorce, and she had to relocate to a new city because of work. So she had no one, and she just substituted. She even said like, when I eat these ice cream bars, I feel happy. They're my best friends. I'm not lonely anymore. So like basically they sort of just got her involved in the community, and she didn't need it anymore. She dropped it.
And then there was that one time that a car fell on her and a giant ice cream sandwich lifted it up. So there was that too.
I'm trying to think what the woman who she was on an all liquid diet. She choked really badly, and since then she couldn't bring herself to swallow anything. So the
like
grossest
soup and stuff?
episode, she would have dinner with her family, chew the food up to get the juices out, and spit it in a cup, and like would zoom in on her just like regurgitating this food. And she did it for like a year and a half and lost 150 pounds. And like stuff was shutting down. She was in such bad shape. One of her kids was like, I'm gonna be like mommy, and refused to eat and was doing the same thing. So they had like spit cups full of chewed up food at the dinner table.
It reminds me of that Rocco's Modern Life episode where Rocco goes to Heifer's family.
Give Grandpappy Wolf his food.
Right.
Chop, chop. I'll never forget that gumming, that wet gumming of the food in Rocco.
Yeah, the green bubbles.
But all in all, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good little show.
What's it called again? One more time.
Freaky Eaters.
Freaky. It also seems like a real judgy name. Doesn't it?
A little bit.
We're really trying to help these people. What's the name of the show again? Freaky Eaters.
Fucked up idiots.
Fucked up idiots and their more fucked up stomachs.
Look at these food clowns. The woman who could only eat French fries. That episode I saw a long time ago.
She seems like a perfect match with the dude who can only eat cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Why? Like,
we'll just go on dates and be happy forever.
let's take the show to the next level. The spinoff where they just date each other.
Just couple up, freaky wife swap. Because that's the one I saw that I found out about tasters and non-tasters, and then people who are neither. Because they do that test.
Neither a taster or non-taster.
Yeah,
what's a
the
neither?
girl who could only stomach French fries.
Yeah,
she was not like less than 1% is neither one.
Interesting, but what does that mean? Like they just don't like
just their palate's so
Schrodinger's
narrow.
taste buds.
Yeah, it's just like certain things. Just I guess instead of just tasting things strongly, some things just have a negative taste.
Gotcha.
Very few things will not hit that sensor.
I just want to say that, like, I'm really proud that I haven't smoked in a long time.
I'm very proud you haven't smoked in a long time.
But however, this is what happens when you ban smoking. I mean, people got to destroy themselves one way or another. You know what I mean? Like,
probably the worst episode that kind of had me, because they all reached some sort of resolution toward the end, except the girl who's addicted to cola. She drinks 30 to 40 Cokes a day.
I'm sorry, was this our president?
He does Diet Cokes.
Oh, right,
These
right,
are
right.
straight up leaded Cokes.
Yeah, look, I can't fucking, like, how many does she drink?
Like 30 to 40, at least a whole case a day.
That's a little bit more than I drink.
Well, it didn't help that her diet was also just junk food. So she would pour a bunch of Coke and then dip Twinkies and Ho-Hos and shit in the Coke and eat them.
I've never done that. For the record, let the record show that I've never done that.
She was the only one who'd just be like, do you realize how bad this is to your body? Yeah.
Yeah. I've never.
Are you going to stop? I don't want to.
Ma'am, are you aware this is illegal in 48 states? And this is a food crime that you're committing right now?
Food crime.
Food cops. Food cops arresting the freakiest eaters.
Cola Girl was on Dr. Phil at one point. She was a Russian immigrant, and as a kid, when she came over, her first meal was fast food, and she never had Coke before.
Yeah.
And from that point on, she's like, "This is happiness."
Yeah, of course, because flavor just
we
burst
came over
into
from
my
the
life.
gulag where we had
Yeah,
dirty water and gruel. Now,
yeah, and that was at their McDonald's.
yeah.
Our McDonald's are way different. I'll have the McGruel.
What did I listen to? Maybe it was a Radio Lab, or maybe it was a Cracked about McDonald's in Russia.
I haven't heard this one.
So they had to what is like a Russian proverb? Zeus, back me up on this or tell me I'm wrong. But like only fools and Americans smile, or smile for no reason, or something like that, because people in Russia don't generally like smile at each other. It's like Americans do. Like every time you see somebody, smile, wave, say hi. Like that's not a thing over there. So in McDonald's, when the wall comes down, McDonald's comes into Russia, so they're training people to smile at customers and teach them the good customer service. And a guy who's Russian who's moved to America, it was very weird and unsettling and hard to get people to train people to do this. But whenever I would feel sad, I would just go to McDonald's and have the people smile at me and eat their food.
Well, they had that. I don't know if they still have this saying or not, but they're like, the smiles are free. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I
remember Brandon going up and ordering a smile, thinking he was real fucking clever, and like the person behind the counter just like, I haven't heard this a dozen times today.
Well, it's like anytime I go to Chick-fil-A, and I say thank you, I do feel like saying you don't have to say my pleasure. Like I'm just every time you say it, I can tell you don't mean it. You might as well just not say it. Just when I say thank you, just silence is fine.
Right before you got here, I did watch a TikTok of someone like driving off, and then a Chick-fil-A employee sprinting like the fucking T-1000 beside their car, getting to pull over. Bam, you pulled off where I could say, my pleasure. So giving you that chicken sandwich is my pleasure. And then going back.
I have not been watching that show. I haven't really been watching a whole lot of anything. I've been playing a lot of stuff. I'm Dave, your bespectacled host. I've been playing Super Metroid. I'm going to finish that game. This is my third attempt since we've started this podcast to play Super Metroid. I still don't enjoy it, but I am going to finish it.
I want a remake with tight controls, like Zero Mission and Fusion.
See, I haven't played. The only Metroid games I played have been Metroid and Super Metroid, and like that's it. And I haven't played any others because I didn't like either Metroid or Super Metroid. So it's like, why would I continue to do
you
these?
You would like those, especially Metroid Fusion, because it has a strong sort of horror element to it.
And I know that Super Metroid does too. Like it's atmospheric.
It lends itself to being a ace.
Totally.
Really dig into that niche. Really strongly survival horror.
Yeah,
Metroid would be.
Yeah,
great.
It's like Nintendo's Alien franchise essentially. But I am going to finish it. This time I've made it past the point that I got last year when you and I were both playing it. And I'm going to finish it. I've got 2 bosses left.
Oh,
Two bosses
all
left. That's the game of the month on the SNES Club on the Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. I've been playing Final Fight LNS Ultimate, the fan game that I talked about on last episode.
Okay.
It's pretty rad. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's free. I wish it had online support. Like, that would be cool. Like, up to 4 players can play at the same time, but it all has to be local, which is kind of a bummer. Grim and I tried to get it going on Parsec, but failed spectacularly. But other than that, I really recommend it. I have big news regarding the TADPOG Secret Santa.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if everyone's seen it or not, but if you haven't,
Kind of left Phil.
go to TADPOG Nation
Fucking love Phil.
Facebook group or go to the TADPOG Discord and watch Phil's video that he made. I'm sorry, it's not Phil, it's Sandwich Claus. Watch the video that Sandwich Claus made with all the details for the Secret Santa. I am going to go ahead and give you those details since if you're listening to this, you know, we might as well do that. But definitely watch Phil's video or Sandwich Claus's video. Registration is open for TADPOG Secret Santa at bit.ly/TADPOG Santa. The deadline to sign up is December 6th. So you don't have a whole lot of time. So hopefully you're listening to this before December 6th. If you're not, we'll catch you next year.
Yep.
Where hopefully we'll give you more notice. I almost bought War of the Gems this weekend, the Marvel game.
Oh, yeah.
For SNES. Oh, technically, I really attempted really hard to buy the game. I was at our local shop.
That's where I also almost bought it for you.
Oh, yeah? And
That's where I got Super Punch Out.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, honestly, like, between the two of them, Super Punch Out. I mean, I like War of the Gems a lot, but, like, Super Punch Out is the one that I think is the better one to have in a collection. So I went there, right? And they've got a rack of Super Nintendo games, and I've got my Game Eye app open, so I'm looking through my collection and, you know, checking prices to see what's overpriced and what is underpriced.
They were surprisingly reasonable. When I was
Very
there.
reasonable, especially when you consider shipping. So it's like anything there on that rack that had a clean label that was priced below price charting, I just bought. It wasn't much. It was like 6 games that they had that fit that criteria. But that's kind of like the fun of it. Set the criteria, go in, see what you can get.
Yeah.
They had
Like dating.
yeah, exactly. I don't know about that.
Set the criteria. Whole. Go and see what you can get.
Number of any. They did have Dirt Trax FX, which is the game that we're going to talk about today. But like every other copy of Dirt Trax FX that I have found online, it was just completely trashed. Like the label just like ripped.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It really just speaks to the kind of kid that owned Dirt Trax FX, I think.
Yeah.
Just a rough and tumble kind of
It was
kid.
a Shane. It was
It's
a kid named Shane.
game.
Yep.
Not
Bubba Shane. Some other
Not
Shane.
Bubba Shane, some other Shane. But they had War of the
The
Gems.
only good Shane.
That's not true. I know another good
Prove
Shane.
me wrong. Introduce me to your Shane.
Well, now I don't want to because I feel like you're going to judge him
He
too
is
harshly.
kind of a jerk, so maybe not.
He does exclusively just eat hot dogs. So you're going to judge him over that? Or
No bun. Just hot dogs.
we can have a problem?
Just a fistful of naked dogs.
Every meal's a competition to him.
He carries around a bottle of water, just dipping hot dogs, just cramming them in his mouth.
He's got one of those belts that arcade owners have to dispense quarters. It's just hot dogs in there. So they had War of the Gems in the case at the store, right? And they also had 2 games in the under glass, right? That were like, they meet my criteria. Cool Spot and War of the Gems. War of the Gems barely met the criteria, and it was the most expensive out of all those games.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, well, all right. I have cash in my wallet. That's my budget.
I got my fun money.
Got my cash in my wallet. I got enough for all of this. So I tell him, yeah, Cool Spot and War of the Gems. I like those as well, please. So guy tells the other guy, take them out. He does, brings them to the counter. They ring them up. And then I get the total. And the total is about $40 less than I expected it to be. And I'm thinking,
I promptly said nothing to the cashier.
of course I did not, because I was like, am I willing to never come here again? Yeah. Yeah. So, but instead of like really thinking about it and being,
I'm still supporting small business in a pandemic.
I mean, what would you do?
Oh, what I just said. I would absolutely just be like, nothing seems amiss here. Here you go.
I mean, here's how
Fine game vendor. Here is my money for an appropriate purchase. I bid you adieu. Run. You sure out of here really quickly.
Look, man, I remember with their
Get in
NES.
my car like I'm in Jurassic Park. Just fucking trying to get it.
I remember when their NES games were 4 times the going rate of Nintendo games.
They were, yeah.
This is just, you know, it's all balancing out.
Their
Checks and
copy of
balances.
Sparkster was like $120.
So instead of logically being like, oh, they didn't ring one of the games up, I was like, okay, the pricing, they haven't updated their pricing in their system to like what the labels are. So I'm like, okay, give them the cash, get in the car, drive home, take the games out to clean them. And I'm like, oh, well, War of the Gems isn't here. That's why it was so cheap. And I'm like, okay. And I live 3 minutes away from that store, like very, very close. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going to go back and I'm going to explain the situation and be like, I didn't buy War of the Gems. Like I thought I bought War of the Gems. So I get back, I walk in, as I walk in, a guy passes me and walks out, and they see the 2 guys in the store see me, and they kind of look at each other. And I'm like, uh-oh.
They just fucking sold that
They
copy.
just sold it to that guy. And I could not believe it, because I was like, are you
That was there when
serious?
I was there for your, like, on your birthday. That's how long it has sat there.
Well, because I was like, I honestly couldn't believe it. And I wasn't mad or anything. I was just more flabbergasted. I was like, are you serious? That guy bought it?
Karma that fast? That fast?
Wow, that's like John Lennon or something. So it was like, I was like, well, they told me, they're like, that guy, he heard you talking up War of the Gems and bought it. And to which I was like, where's my commission? Because I feel like I'm owed at least $4. But there was like, apparently that guy, if he hears somebody say something is cool in the store, he will buy it. And at first I was like, this is bullshit. Like what happened was if the game weren't priced exactly where it should have been priced, I would have been like, bullshit. You rang it up and you were like, oh fuck, we're losing our ass on this. Yeah. But it wasn't. I mean, it was not a deal. It was just a fair price on a game. Yeah. And then sure enough, that guy bought it. And what's even funnier is like when I pulled up into the parking spot, I saw that guy looking through the same rack that I was looking at, and I was even like, I got all the good shit, man. I already got it all.
Well, I'm going to have to go in next time and be like, holy fuck, Trax FX. It even looks like it was on a dirt track. This is great.
Just pick the most expensive thing. Let's bankrupt this guy. Oh, wow. Look at this. Number 1, TMNT. Wow. Only $12,000.
What do you have, a bust of Captain America up there for $250? Man, that is awesome.
God, I wish I had 12 of those.
I let my wife suck anyone's dick that had that in their house. She'd look at it the whole time, just sucking that dick.
You just added another layer completely to Tadpog Farms. Just busts, a field of busts growing out of the dirt. So yeah.
That's right. This is a $800 resin bust of Itachi Susano. Homegrown.
Look, man.
That's an organic Mangekyo Sharingan right there.
Antiques Roadshow in 100 years is going to be super fucked up.
What we have here is Goku going Super Saiyan Blue. Historians say it's going Super Saiyan with the power of a Super Saiyan God.
Can you imagine a world where someone doesn't know what a Funko Pop is?
God. The only surviving Joker from Batman Begins.
You got quite a find on your hands. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It saved me $40. It's kind of how I looked at it.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's like, now the hunt is still on for that game. I might be able to, surely I'll be able to find a better deal than that.
And hopefully you do, and next time you see that guy, just rub it in his face.
Punch him in his fucking face.
In his doughy, exclusively cheeseburger-eating face. Well, do you hear that, Dave?
I do hear that.
50 minutes into the podcast.
It sounds like a whole bunch of not game talk, which we'll probably hear about, but that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I had a good time.
It's about to get worse. Are you ready?
You're right.
Of course, I hear that sound of Tyler's crushing spirit, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. And not administering the 25 most common dirt bike terms quiz that I had half-assedly prepared. That was just going to be like, we can TLDR that. That was going to demonstrate how little we know about dirt bike racing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which is very little. I know very, very little. Other than the fact that...
Travis Pastrana. I'm done.
Was that a Sopranos character?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a dirt bike guy?
He's called Little Dirt Bike.
Little Dirt Bike? Oh, I know him. I went to school with Little Dirt Bike.
He'd kill me with a little dirt bike.
Yeah.
He'd make him bite the curb and then run over with a little dirt bike.
He'd line up 7 people.
Yeah.
And jump them. Those are called moguls. If you ask me, dirt bike racing needs more moguls. That's my final fucking statement on that. Yes, of course I hear that, which ushers in a segment called Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys, Trax FX is a racing video game developed by Sculptured Software and released by Acclaim Entertainment for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1995. The 3D graphics of the game were made possible by the Super FX-powered GSU-1, which is built into the cartridge. I don't know why every time I read from Wikipedia, my body is like, dude, you got to get all your burps out, man. You know how you talk for the last 50 minutes and haven't had any issue with gas? Now you need to get rid of that stuff.
Until you give $10 through the Wikipedia fund drive, you're going to burp every time you read it.
It's the Wikipedia curse.
Gypsy's curse. Burper.
And that's pretty much it. You remember Sculptured Software, right? From
Vaguely.
Mortal Kombat ports, essentially, is their big thing.
Okay. Yeah.
They mainly did the ports for the Super Nintendo, which, mixed reviews on that first one, but Mortal Kombat 2.
Very good.
Very good. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, according to IGN, is also a very good one. According to me.
Yeah.
Not so much. According to Jim. Whoa.
According to Jim, kind of rapey.
According to Jim.
According to David Cross, kind of rapey.
According to Dave, watching According to Jim, Jim's stepsister.
The wrong brother died.
Well, I think, that's not just me. So, there we go. Trax FX. I think that based on our short conversation, our brief conversation before we started recording, I think we're going to have very different opinions on the game. Because I walked in and you were playing Trax FX, and then I set up to record, and then you came in and you said, well, that was a game. I was like, okay. And I expected that because I know you don't like racing games to begin with. And this game is very different. This is a very different game.
It is.
Because it is not a Mode 7 racer like Mario Kart or any of the Mario Kart clones that we've talked about. It is a 3D Star Fox-esque. Imagine Star Fox.
Or Stunt Race FX.
Okay, and I do want to get to that. For sure.
Yep.
Because I replayed a little bit of Stunt Race FX.
Oh.
Because I was like, is Stunt Race FX better than I remember?
Can we get lower than 12 frames? Can we do that?
Stunt Race FX is trash.
Yeah.
Stunt Race FX is a trash game.
This This is better than Stunt Race FX.
And that's on my list of topics.
I'm with you.
I think that this game, Dirt Trax FX, is the frame rate is better than Stunt Race FX. Almost everything in Dirt Trax FX is 3D, with the exception of, and I know this sounds super silly, but like the racers are sprite based, and it's like okay. And then the guy with the flag at the finish line is sprite based, but like from what I can tell, everything else is 3D.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, granted, it's low res, it's low res 3D, but it's still, it's like Star Fox quality as far as like the 3D goes, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, no, this game is certainly not my favorite. I got about 15 minutes into Stunt Race FX for it was like, fuck this horse shit.
Yeah, no, Stunt Race FX is like slow. You got like 3 cars that you can choose from. They are all in this. You maybe a pro or a con, depending on where you're coming from. They're all like super cartoony. And I don't know, man. Stunt Race FX is it's slow. The frame rate is really bad. This is the opposite. Like Dirt Trax FX is like, hey, fast. It feels fast.
It feels faster. I think also Stunt Race, like, your car is so big in comparison to the track, you feel like you're going
feels
slow.
even slower. Yeah. No, that's a fair assessment. And like, there are 3 different difficulties in this game, and it's kind of like Mario Kart, where it's like the lower CC is the easy difficulty, or the kiddie mode, I think they call it. And then there's a normal, and then there's a hard, and then there's a code to unlock a 500 cc, which I can't even imagine, because this game isn't perfect.
At its core, this game is okay. I can say that this game, like, I had no problem putting an hour into it.
Yeah,
this game is okay. It's the bells and whistles added onto it that I think take away from the core of the game.
All right. So what bells and whistles?
Well, what sounds cool on paper is whatever racer is in the lead, it plays their theme.
Yes.
Well, that's fine on Kitty because you're
always in the lead.
You are dominating.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if it's a dirt, like a dirt racing rule. Like if you go off the track, that would put you ahead of somebody, that you have to go back and do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's very easy to pop over a barrier to where you would, like if it was Mario Kart, hey, you cheated the system. Good for you.
You're right.
You're winning. This, if you immediately go over that and put you ahead, you have to go back to where you were and start over again.
Not necessarily.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if you don't know that, you don't know that. It's not like in Mario Kart. I agree with you, where it's like, oh, I took a shortcut. Because like in Dirt Trax FX, the game essentially just like doesn't yell at you, but it's got like, it's annoying, just like beep beep beep, like someone's honking at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you want to get back on the track as soon as possible. But like a lot of the speed runs of this game, like 80% of them take place out of bounds, like off of the track.
Okay.
So it's not, I feel like it's not programmed well enough to like determine, oh, well, he left the track there, but he got back on the track down there. So it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's also, you kind of have to know how to game it.
Because it's so easy. At one point, I'm on like the 3rd or 4th race in Kitty, the 50cc.
Yeah.
I pop over the barrier. I'm already in first place. Pop over the barrier. It flags me. And I just like, fuck it. I keep going.
Yeah.
So I keep going. I drop to 9th place, last or whatever, till I get back to that original point where I dropped off. Once I get back to that point, it resyncs. So then I have no problem lapping back up the other racers to get back into first and win again.
Right.
That's how fucking easy that mode is.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculously stupid easy.
And it is ridiculously stupid easy. I think another thing that's coming into play is rubber banding, because this game definitely uses rubber banding, where it's like if you're far behind, the other racers slow down. If you're way ahead, usually one other racer will speed up.
Especially in this game, very specifically programmed for the one racer to catch up.
T-Rex.
Yep.
And this all kind of circles back around to what you were talking about with the music changing.
Because and it's like soothing, fun music when you're in first place.
It depends, right? On but because each racer of the 8 has their own theme song. And I think they're all really good. Like, I mean, I don't think they're all suitable for a racing game, but I think they're all like pretty good.
T-Rex, who rubber bands super tight with you, like super tight.
Yeah.
So you're constantly going first and second place.
Yeah.
To the point that it's like the theme song is
And his
switching.
is like,
It's Devil Went Down to Georgia between he's Satan and you're going back and forth, and it doesn't smoothly transition. There is a little horn in between that sounds like the start of the General Lee horn, where it's like it's jarring that it's just constant. I think the sound effects kind of suck going through the water and the mud, and then the horn, and then the music going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I think that I agree with you. I think the sound effects could definitely use some work, and I don't know if that's like a limitation of how much space they had left on the cartridge or what. Me just trying to like play devil's advocate there. But I agree, the sound effects aren't good. I like the mechanic, and I agree with you that on paper it sounds really good, where it's like whoever's in first will play their theme song. I think that's really fun. I think that's a fun thing that we don't see in a lot of racing games. But I don't think that is necessarily the problem. I think the problem is really the rubber banding, because like if you don't have that, all of a sudden that music isn't an issue anymore.
You destroy everyone else.
Yeah.
They don't even they're all generic pictures. They're just guys in a helmet. T-Rex, though, has his own portrait like you do.
Mohawk.
Yeah.
Sideburns that are almost a chin strap.
He is meant to be like on your ass the entire time.
And you can't play as him. He is not one of the playable racers.
Who'd you play as?
Well, I started playing as Hog, who...
Me too. You know I was Hog.
Yeah, why? I want to know why.
Because he had a sweet bandana and a beard. His name's Hog.
Yeah. I love that.
He looks like Gene from Wet Hot American Summer. His name's Hog.
Chat summed it up nicely when they said it looks like, I think it was Tim Allen in disguise as Adam Sandler in disguise. I can't remember exactly who said that, but it's like, I liked Hog because like I was like, okay, when I saw Hog, I was like, in my mind's eye,
young Tommy Chong. All right, let's do this.
When I was making Chili Dog for the Son of Sam game, like this is the ballpark that I had for Chili Dog. And then, of course, that's changed since then.
His father, Chili Hog.
Chili Hog, yeah. So, but the real reason was you can check all the stats of the racers, and Hog is a jack of all stats. He is average on acceleration, top speed, braking, and turning. So I'm like, this is going to be my guy. This is going to be like the benchmark.
I didn't know there were stats. I just picked the name I like.
Yeah. Well, and there is. So the Legend of Gurk came into the stream, and he's a streamer on Twitch, very knowledgeable about retro video games, and he had owned this as a kid, and filled me in on like some things. Like he gave me some tips that really simple tips that maybe if I had the instruction manual would have helped. But I could not find this instruction manual in a PDF online. Did you know that there are different gears in this game?
No.
Me neither. I just thought there was A to accelerate.
Yep.
That is high gear. You can also do X for mid gear and Y for low gear.
So if you're going around a tight corner, just hit that Y gear.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And see, I didn't know that going in.
B for guilty gear whenever you want to actually fight each other.
Right. Hold down L and R to be Wolverine. And then the other thing was that
Wolverine is on foot.
You're right. He's just running on all fours. There is,
and T-Rex becomes Sabretooth.
T-Rex becomes a literal T-Rex. He becomes Sauron. There is also the racer you choose. The racers aren't very well balanced at all. And this is kind of a theme for the game. I feel like I honestly think this is at its core. I feel like this is a very good game that made some bad decisions that make it go from great to, in my opinion, pretty good. And I know that's just my opinion, and I do like racing games, and I especially do like Moto Racer 2 is like one of my favorite PC games from the 90s, and it's like this is in that wheelhouse where it's like, for me, like a motorcycle racing game is way more exciting than a car racing game.
Okay.
And a lot of it's just because they always feel faster.
I can go with you on that.
And like that's what I want when I play a racing game. I don't want realism. I just want to like feel like I'm going fast.
Yeah. I want the Fraggles on vegetables and snack food. That's what I want.
But I mean, but at its core, I think it's really good. But yeah, there are a bunch of fuck ups on the way, and the biggest fuck up is that rubber banding between you and T-Rex. I mean, that like to me is like the biggest. That is this game's fatal flaw.
It's too stressful. And you hear the music. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's enough room to have fun because you can't like distance or do well because there's going to be bullshit to have him constantly back and forth with you. Like I don't.
Yeah.
It kind of just made me anxious because I could not get away from him. No matter what I did, I could not do it.
No, and I get that, and I do agree.
Even in Mario Kart, which I know they rubber band some, like I still felt better. In that than I do in here. Well, there's just so tight.
And there's a lot more randomization in Mario Kart too, because like there's not a whole lot of that in this game. Because in Mario Kart you can, strategize and rely on random elements like the stuff you're going to get out of the mystery boxes and stuff like that. Yeah. This game is Dirt Trax FX is a little more realistic. It's not super.
I don't even know how they make games like that.
Well, it's not even super realistic. And like the initial reception to this game was that it wasn't realistic enough. Like the critics kind of like GamePro bagged on it for, well, when you collide with other bikes, you don't fall over, you don't crash. You never crash in this game. You never crash in this game.
Okay.
Like you'll clip through a wall before you will crash, which I have done. I mean, like. This is not a perfect game.
Instead of Americans say crashing was too violent.
Right?
Dale Earnhardt had just died. America was not crashing.
I just think it was rushed, honestly. I think it was rushed, and I think because you can... I feel like the main issues with the game are programming issues that could be ironed out.
Stunt Race FX is out. That'll satisfy the public for some Mode 7. We got some time for this. Nope, it sucks. Push it out.
But Stunt Race FX is the one that I feel like is viewed as a better game. And I do not think that Stunt Race FX is even a good game.
No.
Let alone, I mean, Stunt Race FX is a bad game.
Yeah.
It is a bad game.
Yeah.
I stand by that. Because I wanted to go back and revisit it, right? Because it's like, we shit on Stunt Race FX. Was it warranted? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was warranted.
And no one was upset about it. Something like Kirby's Dream Course,
right.
Like no one was upset about Stunt Race FX
or Evo. Like there are a bunch of games that we've shit on where people are like, "Hey, come on,
I love that game."
Stunt Race FX, crickets.
Yep.
Here's how bad of a game Stunt Race FX is. I own a boxed copy of it.
All right.
I was able to afford it. I don't brag about it. Like these are all like flags for like how bad of a game this is.
I am to Stunt Race FX as you should be to prayer. It's something you do in private.
Yes.
You enjoy it, but no one has to know about it.
But never in school. Never play Stunt Race FX on school grounds unless you're doing it yourself privately.
We're going to meet her on the flagpole before school and play Stunt Race FX.
Look, man, if Stunt Race FX is giving you an edge over the other kids on your test, that's not fair.
God, I never thought about that. No one pray. If I see you close your eyes for a second, you're failing.
All right, everyone put their prayer hats on.
If you blink and go over to Mississippi, you're done.
Your seat ejects you. I think the controls in this game are excellent. I really do. I think the visuals are good. I love the controls because it's like you control with left and right, or you can use R and L, and like left and right on the D-pad will lean the bike. R and L will turn the handlebars, and that's That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Because those are two very different things, and you can combine them, and that actually makes it feel more like you are controlling a bike. Because, you know, typically you can lean on a bike to control it, and every now and then, when you really need to, you turn those handlebars. So I think that's really, really neat. The fact that they were able to put a gear system into the game that is not obtrusive, because it's like what I don't like in racing games is like where you have to like shift. You know what I mean? Like where it's like that's a separate control. In this game, you don't shift. You really just, each button is assigned its own level of acceleration. So each button is its own gear. And you don't have to worry about cycling it down from like high to mid to low or anything like that. So in that regard, it's a very arcadey racing game.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to explain why I like this game so much. It's just, it fits perfectly in a niche of mine where it's like, I like arcade style racing games that don't have that strike a good balance between like car porn, racing porn, motorcycle porn, and just straight up goofy arcade antics. I like the arcade style a lot more. So this appealed to me.
Yeah.
Also, I think the 3D looks really good, man. Like their faces, like all the racers. I mean, it gets fucking bonkers at times, but like it's 1995, you know, on a Super Nintendo.
It looks like I'm playing like the end match of like a Virtua Fighter game where it's just it's super blocky.
Yeah.
It's early 3D.
But on a Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
not at the arcade. I think that it's like there are two conversations to be had there. Like, you know, looking at it in its time and looking at it now. I mean, because, now it looks like pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, on that same token, like...
Back then.
Yeah, but back then, I think it's impressive.
One thing that also threw me off, because I was expecting it, because there's more of a denotation in any video game where if I'm in a racing, 3, 2, 1, go, or a big stoplight going green, you know, red, yellow, green.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. So I'm just standing there, not realizing the little guy over in the corner dropping his flag. I'm just sitting there while everybody else just takes off. Like, where the fuck was that? What am I doing? It took me like 2 races before I realized, like, oh, he's silently over there moving his flag.
I think there's a sound cue. I don't remember.
I didn't get one at all.
Really?
Yeah. They just took off all of a sudden.
No. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost positive there's a sound cue. I can't remember what it is though. So I don't know. Maybe because the reason I say that is because I was not paying attention to the dude with the flag.
Yeah.
You know, up until the end where it's like, God, please let me finish, because it was like, I mean, you're right. It is with T-Rex on normal mode. It is stressful because he is constantly on your ass. I mean, you're flipping back and forth constantly, and I like that. I like that. To a certain degree, like I like that level of excitement, because 50cc kiddie mode is boring when you're just lapping over and over and over again. It's boring. I mean, it's, I guess, kind of fun to learn the courses, but I mean, it's not very exciting.
Like I thought, like, I'll let Kenna play this. Kenna being 6, like,
yeah. Oh no, I can't imagine.
She would play this, be like, I played a game and I'm winning.
Nah. But what did she play?
No, I'm thinking about letting her see what she thinks.
I'm curious because I think like Henry wouldn't like it. I don't think he'd be into it because like I think it'd just be too boring for a 6-year-old. You know, but maybe I'm wrong.
Especially the first course, the big O.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. So I like how it works. I like how the circuits work because there's a mode, the race mode. It's kind of like you'll race a course and they'll take the bottom. The people who finish last, and they'll disqualify them. They'll just cut them off.
Yep.
And then, so the next race on that circuit has fewer racers. And then they take the bottom 5 out or whatever, and then it whittles it down to pretty much, you know, you, T-Rex, and 3 others. And it's really going to come down to who wins, you or T-Rex, pretty much every time. Which is, seriously, that is the biggest flaw of the game. I really do think that if they fixed that this would be a game that is much higher regarded than it is. Because like there's not a lot of information on this game, which blew my mind because I was like, because I wanted to test it out to make sure it worked because, you know, some FX games are wonky and it worked. And I was like, when I was testing it out, like even in the first 3 minutes, I was like, this is a good game. Like this is a good game. I just think, I don't know, man. I think it has to be the right kind of game for you, and you have to be willing to overlook.
I do. Now show me about the gears. I do
defects.
like that. That is a cool concept. The way the controls are laid out. I would never have thought it, but yeah, the way that does sound that makes me feel a little bit better about it. I still don't love it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Like that is cool that they did that.
And I'm not trying to sell you on it because I don't think I ever can.
Yeah.
Because I do not think that this is like, I don't think this is a game that you would ever enjoy.
No,
I really don't. I mean, like, I don't think there's any.
I'm a hard sell to ever like a racing game.
Sure. And there are racing games that I absolutely fucking hate. Like, I mean, the 4-wheel drive, like that game. Like, I mean, there's another. We've got one coming up that has also dirt in the title. I think it's just called like Dirt Track, or it's got a real similar name. That is also an FX
Dirt
racer.
Track SUX.
Oh man, I want to play that one. That looks horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirt Racer.
Dirt Racer.
Dirt Racer is what it's called, and it looks real bad. Real bad. We're gonna pine for the days of Dirt Trax FX.
Probably
I
right.
think.
Do you have any achievements?
I have a couple that came in from chat on Twitch. But before I get into that, I do want to tell you the most fun thing in this game is when I said they do most things in 3D. It is like most things. Like the name, the title of the game, Dirt Trax FX, are like yellow blocks, 3D polygons that like come up and spell out
Form
Dirt
a flying V for you.
Yeah, it looks like a Windows 95 screensaver or something where you can like, type in things like "I suck asshole" and it like types it out in block letters. That's not a thing that we would have done in the 90s. I feel like that's super advanced.
No.
But when you win a circuit,
like come in ass.
that one, the P in ass. Yeah.
There you go.
P in ass. That's more our speed. When you when you win a circuit, they take whatever racers you raced as, they take their face and they blow it up real big, and there's this 3D face that's like slightly moving its mouth, and then like the words champ are spelled out in 3D letters on either side, and then like golden blocks are just being thrown at the racer's face, the giant face, and then when you press the button to continue, fucking Peter Gabriel style, the face explodes for no reason other than like, I feel like the designer was like, we can do that. We can make the guy's face explode.
So Peter Gabriel's face exploded?
Well, allegedly it exploded. No, he just did like weird videos. So it's kind of like one of those things.
Because this reference is lost on me.
Yeah, I mean, he just did weird video. I don't know if his face ever exploded in one of his videos or not, but like, I also wouldn't be surprised. There's a tag mode too.
Yeah, that
which we need to talk about.
Interesting.
It sucks though. Yeah, it sucks. It's really bad. Because it turns out it's not fun to play tag on dirt bikes when you can't see the other racer.
That's what Mom said.
Yeah.
Oh, coming up behind you
or just even in front of you. I mean, it's just like because you're going so fast, which is great. I do love that, but it's like you're going fast, so is the other guy playing tag. And it's like because it's so low
res. It turns out that
res,
you and T-Rex just playing grab ass back and forth.
Pretty much. I mean, like it's impossible to keep track of. You can't like lock on or anything. So it's like, and there's no like mini map showing the course or anything. So, and that's in the races too. But it's just it seems like a fun thing to add, but also like it wasn't in practice. It wasn't fun. And another horrible thing about this game that I do like quite a bit again is when you play in 2-player mode. You can play with 2 players, but it's split screen and the frame rate goes nuts. So
I can only imagine.
So this is like
I can only imagine.
Technically, it is a 2-player game, but like in reality, it's a single-player game.
You split those 12 frames per second to 6 and 6.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much. Yeah. So, but I do have some achievements that came in from Twitch chat. The first of which comes in from Doc, and that is Dirt Trax Fucks. In order to unlock Dirt Trax Fucks, be sure to insert your SNES cartridge all the way in the SNES, not just the tip. Thank you, Doc. And I think anytime we play a game that ends in FX, we should call it fucks.
All right.
All right, it's done. I don't think we have many others that end in FX, unfortunately. The next achievement comes in from Cthusiast Jeff, and it is Piggy Palace. In order to unlock Piggy Palace, win all 125cc or 250cc circuits as Hog.
Yeah. Nice.
There were a lot of achievements about Hog. Here are some honorable mentions.
Here are 14 of them.
Yeah. Also Hogs Out by Oddfellow Sam. Dave's prize-winning hog from John. Who Let the Hog Out by Blinko Nick. These are all essentially the same achievement with different titles. And the third achievement I have comes in from Ted Dastic Jr., and that is T-Rex, W-R-E-C-K-S. In order to unlock T-Rex, get your ass handed to you by T-Rex, which happened to me multiple times. I had to do a circuit over and over again a few times. Do you have any achievements, Tyler?
John Hammond.
Okay.
You do that by beating T-Rex in every race of a circuit.
All right. Must go faster.
Yeah. And
Spare no expense.
And then fuck your rules.
FX your rules.
Go backwards and then still win. I got that one.
Man, dude, on 150cc on the second circuit, there was a race that I got down to last and was able to get first place on it. And like that, I know it's rubber banding, but I mean, that was so fucking exciting. Like, that is what, I don't know, man. That's what makes racing games fun, where it's just like, it's all over, but fuck it. Let's try really hard anyway. And what's the worst that could happen? And
you get Power Rangers Zeo. That's the worst that can happen.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. We got to run the risk, though.
Gotta run the risk.
Tyler?
Yes, Dave.
We've already compared this game to Stunt Race FX. Does this game, Dirt Trax FX, belong on TADPOG's Top 100 Super Nintendo games?
I believe we will disagree, but
I think that
will
we
say
probably
no.
will. I would put this on mine for sure. I think Stunt Race FX, I think this could easily...
Stunt Race FX is off. Right. If it's a substitution thing, it absolutely
could easily
pull it out, put it in.
Easily replace.
Yeah.
But I get you. This is one that, I don't know. I don't know how we would figure it out. It would,
I do think it is stupid for Stunt Race FX to be on that list and this to not be.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. This is much better than Stunt Race FX.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree. I would.
We agree. It's better than Stunt Race FX.
I would put this on my top 100. It would be very, very low.
Yeah.
But it would be on my top 100 just because I truly think that if you're into this kind of game, like this is a gem. This has been like a great month for me because like Final Fight 3 was way better than I thought it was going to be.
It was.
Dirt Trax FX was way better than I thought it was going to be. So what I'm trying to say is our next game is probably going to be super, super great. It's going to be the best. We're going to be like
not a watery turd. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a cornstarch turd, not a watery turd, not a liquid diet turd.
Just a sphere of just hard marble.
All right, Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I am curious how much this game is on average, according to pricecharting.com. Tyler, if you were to buy this game loose, not Stunt Race FX, Dirt Trax FX, how much do you think you would pay for it?
$6.
$6. Let me check to see if it has changed recently. Tyler, I'm going to do it real slow because I'm pulling up. Actual retail value of Dirt Trax FX loose on average for the Super Nintendo, according to pricecharting.com via the Game Eye app at the time of this recording is $7.
All right.
$7.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Right.
very, very close. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
Give it the stubbly motorcycle riding beard of Ray Liotta in Wild Hogs.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a very good one. I like that a lot.
I mean, he's still the villain, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's like
But he's still Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta's Tadpog canon. So anytime you bring him up, it's just, I love it. Like, if we really ever have a celebrity on the show, I hope it's Ray Liotta.
I do have an SNL skit I was watching that had Ray Liotta in it from when he hosted. I was like, I should post this on The Nation.
How long ago did he host it?
Oh, it was a while. Jimmy Fallon was very young and very new to the show.
Yeah.
It was him, Rachel Dratch, and Jimmy Fallon.
Okay. I was hoping he was promoting No Escape.
Him and Dennis Miller.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it the spectacles of one Jacob York of wolf fighting fame.
I like him.
Jacob claims he has forgotten how to ride a bike and cannot do it.
I read that in his Twitter bio.
Just
I
like
think it's
all
true.
the other racers that aren't you and T-Rex.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know how to do
They're
it.
all Jacob.
Or they're all very careful.
hey, all in the end, all you've got your health. Slow down.
I think it was Rhythm Master Paul Korn.
We can come in third and be safe.
I think it was Rhythm Master Paul Korn who said that you and T-Rex are the only two who have motors in your bikes.
Everyone else has my mom as their mom, just taking that shit out.
Tyler?
Yes, Dave.
You have any other thoughts on Dirt Trax FX before we move on?
I do not.
All right. I have some more questions for you
I'm ready
then.
for those questions.
We have a quiz that came in from our friend Ross Rachel Green. This quiz is entitled Dirtbox FX.
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
Heyo.
Cha-cha-cha.
Ross says...
Jasmine box. It was a Jasmine box.
Patreon.com/TADPOG. Learn all about it. Ross says, in case you were wondering, some people refer to their anus as a dirt box. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
Then what's
Call it my anti-boat race.
Yeah, there you go.
My backwards.
Yeah.
My reverse boat race.
Yeah, your brown canal. Because it's full of poop.
Oh, okay.
Poop and dirt aren't the same, right?
I remember that's one of Albert Fish's ex-wives.
Dirt?
He
would married dirt.
She was pressed in court to describe the activities he did. He loved shitting out in the open to unsettle people. So she would have.
Why did this man get to like walk around in public?
I don't know.
You know,
but at one point he married like a woman from like middle to high society and like would shit around the house during company. And
like around the house,
yeah,
like on tables and stuff.
She had to testify about it. She's like, he would leave his. I can't. No, ma'am, you're testifying. You're under oath. He would leave his dirt.
His dirt. Ugh. All right.
That's got to be the worst thing about Albert Fish.
Yeah, surely. Ross continues, with that out of the way, this week has been pretty quiet again. Mm-hmm. There's chicken pox going around the boys' school, and I paid it no attention as he has had it. It turns out that the people who have been getting sick
that COVID has evolved
have also had it. So it's either they didn't have it before or it's something else like smallpox. Good Lord.
All right. Well, 2022. Broken back 2020. Isle of Man has redeveloped smallpox.
the nuclear smallpox. Ross continues, probably not, though. I remember how I got chicken pox when I was in first grade. Mm-hmm. It's because Victoria had chicken pox and her mom said they were mosquito bites and sent her to school. And then about 12 of us got chicken pox.
I had chicken pox in this house. I remember when I had it. I had a pretty mild case of it.
I did too.
Somebody at school, yeah.
Although I do have a chicken pox scar right there by my eyebrow. I couldn't stop scratching, man.
Yeah.
Couldn't help it. Ross continues, anyway, Dirt Trax FX has 10 letters in the title, so you know the drill by now.
All right.
Gonna drill our dirt box. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. Ready for your dirt box.
This D is a movie tie-in which sees a cop being unfrozen to help capture a criminal? Demolition Man?
Demolition Man.
Did that have a Super Nintendo game?
I think it did, actually.
All right. All right. Locking it in. Demolition Man. It is Demolition Man. I bet that's real good.
Yep.
Ooh, I love the movie, but
Doesn't Judge Dredd also have one?
I believe Judge Dredd does. Yeah. Next question. This eye stars characters based on vehicle safety equipment.
This eye?
This eye stars characters based on vehicle safety equipment. What is a vehicle safety equipment?
It's crash test dummies.
Okay, that's pretty good. There was a Crash Test Dummies game.
Uh-huh. But is
Is
like
it called?
Ingrid Bergman's Crash Test Dummies?
I hope it is. I hope it is.
Vehicle safety equipment.
Vehicle seatbelts? Airbags? What's vehicle safety equipment?
That would start with an
The Jaws
I.
of Life?
The club? Starts with an I.
Ignatius McGillicuddy's.
Ignition.
Ooh.
Ignition Turnabout. The Saga of the Key.
Ignition Turnabout, the Saga of the Key, locking it in. It is, in fact, Incredible Crash Dummies, the...
Man, that was fucking reaching in a dirt box.
Yeah. That's also going to be a horrible game.
Did we already? I thought we already played it.
No. Crash Test Dummies?
Yeah,
No.
I thought we did.
No.
Okay.
Next question. I remember that. Next question. Now I'm curious what you're thinking of.
I'm thinking of Crash Test Dummies.
We have not done Crash Test Dummies. You're checking out. Because I need to know what it was that you're thinking of. Once there was this girl who...
Where is my... I think you're right. I think
I know I'm right.
I
Yeah.
played it. I played it recently. The Crash Test Dummies game.
Uh-huh.
I must have just had a wild hair at my ass playing.
I was about to ask why.
I bet I just played it like... I probably got bored of playing something out here, some bad game, and scrolled through my list.
I know. I played
it.
this bad game. Was it good?
No.
All right. So what you're saying is we didn't do that episode, but we don't need to.
Right.
Next question. This R features a skateboarding, fire-breathing dragon. Reptar. The Skatinator.
All right.
I kind of don't want to lock that in because maybe we could figure this one out.
Rony Rock?
Skateboarding, fire-breathing dinosaur. Sounds like a dragon to me.
It's something weird, obscure. Skateboarding, fire-breathing dragon.
This sounds like something I would know because I like dinosaurs. I like fire. I like skateboards.
I mean, I can picture what it would look like. I just imagine it's a weird, offbeat, 90s, shitty dinosaur skateboarding game that I don't know about.
I think that's probably a pretty safe assumption.
So I'll never guess it.
Whenever like skateboarding comes in, like I think of Adventure Island is what I think of. So I'm going to go ahead and say Adventure Island.
Super Adventure
Island. Locking it in. It is in fact Radical Rex. All right.
Never heard of it, but I bet it's what I said it was.
Next question. This T stars a marsupial from down under. Tasmania. Right?
Yep. Come on, Tasmania.
Was that the name of the game, Tasmania? Or was it Tasmanian Devil Presents
That's hard to
a Looney
say.
Tunes game, the?
You're probably, it's something like that. Like Taz's Tremendous Day or some shit.
What's sad is I own this game. I should know the name of it. I think it might just be Tasmania because that was the name of the show, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Tasmania.
Welcome to Tasmania, or maybe it was Tasmania.
Yeah. All right. Tasmania, logging
The
it in.
Bing Crosby dad, and
Tasmania, the Bing Crosby dad. I forgot about that,
why don't
man.
you just get some orange juice, Taz? That'll calm you right down.
Wow.
Nice, cool glass of orange juice.
You know, that is pretty funny, though. You know, like that's a pretty
because he beat his kids.
yeah, right.
With oranges.
Yeah. No, I mean it really explains a lot about Taz. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Explains why he eats the things he eats. Next question. It was Tasmania. We got it.
Okay.
This T is based on a film about the life of inanimate objects that raises questions like, if you come on one and leave the room, would they get up and clean themselves? That is Toy Story.
Toaster, comma, the brave little.
Toaster, comma, I'm coming in it. The Dave Moore story. Why does the toast smell like this in the morning, Mom?
I'm playing Ghostbusters. I came on a piece of toast and put it in the toaster.
Now watch it dance.
You come in the toaster and start yelling names at it, hoping it'll dance.
Bing Crosby told me to. I can't help it. He said it would calm me down.
It's a nice little thing when you shoot ejaculate into your toaster.
If you made it this far into the
Hear
podcast.
that salty Bernie Ackroyd smell? That's how you know it's working.
Toy Story, locking
Story.
it in. It is Toy Story. Tyler, have you ever ejaculated on a toy? A child's toy. Let me narrow that down.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
On accident.
That's okay. That's okay. I like the mystery. How else am I going to
I
make
think I might have even told the story a long time ago.
You probably did.
No, I missed and came on like the Lego fort Josh and I were
Yeah,
building.
you did.
Yeah.
Because Legos definitely came to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you totally did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the mortar. Can't have bricks without mortar.
The heads just pop off. You got to have some glue in there.
Yeah. I mean, we hit the industrial age. I mean, I'm just building castles out of mud, out of our dirt boxes. Next question. This R is the worst game on the SNES. Well, that's weird because Street Hockey 95 does not start with an R.
Neither does Sparkster.
Road Riot 4-wheel drive.
There you go.
Locking it in. It is Road Riot 4-wheel drive. Next question. This A is block breaking game, which can be played with the SNES mouse. Block breaking game. Arachnoid? Was there did that come out for the SNES? I don't know. ActRaiser 3. Locking it in.
Perfect.
ActRaiser 2 didn't go over well, and they were like, fuck it, man. Block breaking.
God's just playing skee ball. Just breaking shit.
It is Arachnoid.
Oh, all right. Good job.
Doh it again. DOH it again. Next question. This X sees you shooting down dysfunctional robots and supports the Super Scope.
X?
This X sees you shooting down dysfunctional robots and supports the Super Scope. Blaster.
Xanados.
Xanatos.
Xanadu.
Xavier's School for Sharpshooting Mutants.
I want to say it might be Xanadu.
Xanadu, locking it in. It is X-Zone.
That's close.
That's a Final Fantasy spell. Next,
Vanish, X-Zone. We know the drill.
we got this. Next question. This F recently celebrated its 30th birthday in Japan. Man, that is a hard-ass question. So it has to be a super...
Well, Final Fantasy IV just hit its 29th birthday.
So probably Final Fantasy
Unless
3.
what I shared was off by a year.
It might have been. A lot of times those on Facebook get shared around for a really long time to where it's, so you want to do Final Fantasy IV?
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is F-Zero.
Okay.
Next question. This X is a side-scrolling platformer until you reach a boss, and it becomes more like a one-on-one fighter.
Xanadu.
Locking it in.
I'm pretty sure there's a game sort of like that somewhere.
I think Xanadu.
Or is it Fact Xanadu?
I don't. If Faux Xanadu is on the NES, I don't think Xanadu had an SNES version.
X-Wing. X-Wing fighter.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's it. X-Men.
Yeah, okay.
A one-on-one fighter, though. X-Men, locking it in. Mm-hmm. It is X. We never would have gotten this. X-Caliber with a K 2097. So kind of close with X-Men. Because there was Excalibur.
Nightcrawler, Excalibur. Yeah.
Captain Britain, all that. And then a final question. You find a Polybius machine in an old truck stop. Do you play it?
No.
I'm sure all the stories are bullshit, urban legend, but I think I would still be too wary of it. You don't want to be mind controlled and kidnapped by the government?
No, I'm good.
I
just take pictures of it and put it online.
Yeah. I think I'd play it.
Oh, man.
Why not?
Oh, man, dog.
I mean, look, Chili Dog got put into a program and he made it.
That's true.
He came out the other side.
Great.
He didn't die at all. Got a whole bunch of
He's in the upper echelons of the CIA.
Yeah.
He knows Kung Fu.
Got a bunch of Kung Fu babies. That's fine. So I'm going to play it. Because who knows how long it's going to be there.
It's true.
It could disappear. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I think I'll just wait for the home port.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, get Sculptured Softworks on that. Put Sonya Blade in there.
Yeah. Then you got Randy Holland. He's in. Well, Dave, I'm going to go over here and grab this batter up peripheral that we have here, courtesy of Bovine Bear.
Yeah, please.
Go ahead and plug that up.
Plug it up.
Put this thick end on the ground, facing up.
Yeah.
Put my head on the other end, Walden Crazy Kid style. And I'm going to turn around in a circle over and over and over. So my no-no hole is pointing in a random direction.
Okay. Yep.
And
Perfect.
I'll say that while I do it, I'm saying the prayer that we all love to say.
Yes.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies. Stop.
451.
451.
451.
Final Fantasy 4.
Race driving with a apostrophe.
Ew.
Race driving. Driving.
Race. Seems like the most generic
race driving.
Car driving.
Well, it's not driving, because then that would be too fancy. This is casual. Race driving. Or I have a proposal.
Okay.
This might not go over well, but are you aware that the Animaniacs reboot came out this week?
Oh, it did.
And there is an Animaniacs SNES game.
There is.
Maybe we could grab that hype dragon by the tail and ride it to success.
Yeah, okay.
And fortune and fame.
Yeah, good. I don't want to do race driving.
And then we could just re-roll.
Race driving.
We could just re-roll.
That sounds so bad. I don't want to do 2 racing games in a row that are.
I don't want you to have to do that. No.
Let's do Animaniacs. That sounds good.
Okay.
Let's do
Animaniacs.
Yeah.
We're gonna
grab that SEO dragon by the tail.
Yeah. We're gonna be heretics.
Yeah, absolutely.
And spit in the face of our Dark Lord, the randomizer.
Fuck your race driving.
But we draw the line at race driving.
2 in a row. No.
I forgot to mention, I've been forgetting to read from the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike. They gave Dirt Trax FX 3 stars, which I think is pretty fair.
Okay.
I personally would give it 3.5, but 3, I feel like that's
fair enough. Fair enough.
You want me to look and see what they gave? Race driving?
No, we gotta say we'll do it eventually. I just don't want to do 2 racing games like that in a row. It's like doing if we were to get 2
another sports game.
Yeah, if we did 2 consecutive football games, I don't want to do that. That's not going to be fun for a listener.
I'm excited about Animaniacs. I just saw someone on the SNES subreddit post that they were playing it, and I was like, oh man, I forgot that there's an Animaniacs game, and I was like, maybe Tyler will be into that.
Yeah, totally down for that.
All right,
race
cool.
driving.
All right.
What? Just the title pisses me off. It's like, put in some fucking work.
They're not even trying.
Race driving.
They're not even trying.
Car fasting. Fast car.
Yeah.
Go, fast car.
Yeah.
fuck that. Fuck whatever that game is.
Well, I have a good idea what it is.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Thanks for listening, everybody. Animaniacs next week. Bucking the randomizer because that's some horse shit. You wouldn't like it. We wouldn't like it. Let's do something fun.
Yeah. I don't know. They might like it. Not the game, but honestly, I'm having a lot of fun hearing you yell. Yeah, I feel like it's rare I get you like you're actually visibly upset.
Yeah, because fuck that. Of all the things we could have drawn, another racing game, fucking bullshit generic horse shit.
And I'm not sure, but I'm willing to bet that it's worse than Dirt Trax FX.
Oh, absolutely it will be.
I mean, there's an apostrophe in it.
Yeah.
They dropped the G.
Race driving. God. It's just that the lack of drive in it just pisses me off. All people dream about making games, and you make something called race driving.
Race driving.
Fuck you.
Did you know it's actually a baseball game?
What? Okay. All right. Then I'm on board. What kind of overpowered suit did you let it be like, no, race driving? That sounds great. It tests very well with our focus groups. They know exactly what it is.
I don't even know who developed it, but now I'm super curious.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that.
LucasArts.
Nintendo? It honestly, like, if it was
Bungie? What are they even doing?
If it were an NES game, I could totally buy that. Like Nintendo, like released it super early in the NES. Oh, I got tennis and baseball and race driving.
Bethesda and Obsidian? They did something before New Vegas?
It's Super Demon Car in Japan.
It probably is. Like, that's too scary for our good Christian kids. Race driving.
Race driving, it is.
That guy sort of looks like race banning. Can we just call it race driving? No, it's a political thriller about a race war. Race driving.
Yeah, I almost went there, but I was like, back off. I'll pump the brakes.
Oh.
Yeah. Like you do in a car when you're race driving. Here are the achievements for race driving. Dale Earnhardt Fireball. I'm just like, these are coming in from Twitch chat right now.
Old white cop. Animaniacs. So good. You won't have to hear me bitch about race driving for, I don't know, we might draw it again. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, do you want to re-roll at the end of Animaniacs, or do you want to just go on with race driving at this point? Well, think about it.
Well, think about
I'm gonna leave that up to you.
I'll think about it.
We've communed with the randomizer. The randomizer has given us its orders, and look, man, if you want to,
we probably shouldn't bucket. We'll just, hey, this is a good opportunity for us. We're not doing two racing games like that in a row.
Yeah, the randomizer will understand.
Yeah. Well, okay.
We'll talk. We'll figure it out.
Hey, do you like this? Do you like us? Well, we have a Facebook page,
do.
TADPOG. Episode announcements, memes. You know, that's our general big page, TADPOG.
A link to the TADPOG Secret Santa sign up.
Yeah. And then if you're a real fan, if you want into more of the dank shit, more of that memeage, more of that planning, TADPOG Nation. If you're a good little boy or girl who enjoys, or neither, whatever, you don't have to conform to anything. If you like organized chat, fine, come on in. You got a Discord for that.
The Discord's a lot of fun. bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. I just added like a bunch of Seinfeld emotes on there. People are pleased about that. We got a Jerry honk now is a thing. That's an emote that's live on that server. So that's been the big news on the Discord. Yeah. And then the Game Buds, of course. We're doing, I don't know what we're playing Thursday, but we've been playing Among Us. I don't know if we're going to switch it up or not, but eventually we probably will.
Sounds pretty good. Mm-hmm. We're on Twitter and Instagram, TADPOG_podcast. You want a shirt? We have shirts, shirts.tadpog.com. Mm-hmm. We have masks. Mm-hmm. What's the mask? Mask.tadpog.com.
You got it.
We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify,
Stitcher.
I saw we get on Audible now, so that's a thing that are having podcasts on.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I need to look up how we get on Audible.
Yep, because I'm right now I'm listening to Rhythm of War in the Stormlight Archive. Very excited, loving it.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm done with it, Ready Player 2.
Oh,
got that one downloaded, ready to go.
I forgot
right
about
afterward.
Ready Player 2.
Yep.
Is that one?
That came out yesterday? Today or yesterday?
Is that one also by Ernest Cline? Or?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just kind of curious if maybe
His brother.
if he got sad.
His
at all
less successful brother wrote
Yeah.
Ready Player 2.
I was curious if maybe he got sad at Twitter and then decided he wasn't going to write a sequel. And someone else was like, "I'll write it."
Did
And
you
then,
read Armada? No, Ready Player 2.
Yeah. Well, I just mean the anger of a Ready Player One, because that I feel like is a book that like people were okay with until it was optioned to be a movie, and then like Twitter shit all over Ready Player One.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I loved Ready Player One, the book. I haven't seen the movie. I heard it's very different, but still good if you detach yourself from the book.
People shit on the book. Yeah.
Wow, why?
Just a list of it's a nostalgia list essentially.
Yeah, of course it is. Still fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the book, but yeah, that was a rough period. And Twitter gets angry about a bunch of stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is. It's a big nostalgia trip. I think that's fun. So,
and I think that was the point of the book.
why do you eat cookies? It's just sugar. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's good.
Why don't you fucking read War and Peace?
Why don't you eat
Tyler?
broccoli? It's good for you.
Come on.
Well, because I eat broccoli and sugar. I don't know.
I only read cornstarch, the book equivalent of cornstarch, which is tabletop role playing books. I mean,
Krispy Kreme is just a bunch of donuts. Just a bunch of different donuts. Just go there, eat the same donuts. Yeah, okay, that's good.
I'm so glad we pulled race driving. It put you in a
Put me in a riled up
yeah,
place
just where you normally
where people
are not.
just can't just be happy with shit. Just be
Yeah.
happy with. There's enough bad shit out there. Just be happy with some shit.
Well, to be fair, I think that if maybe the movie had been optioned in 2020, people would probably be like, this isn't that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, suddenly we have other shit to worry about.
Right. Yeah.
What are they doing today? Cutting our heads off. All right.
Can you imagine how, like, where it's like, man, the thing that everyone's mad about is Ready Player One? Wow. What a year to be alive.
Oh, my fucking cell phone. It has to go to space.
Give it a minute.
It goes, give it a minute.
Good old jerking off Louis C.K.
Yep. Let's see, what else do we got? I don't know. I'm ready to talk about Patreon. So most importantly, got that Patreon.
Patreon.com/TADPOG. If you're interested in donating, which, let's be honest, if you've gotten to this point in the show, you're qualified.
Yeah.
Good news. You've been pre-qualified to donate to our Patreon.
You've been pre-qualified to give us money.
$1 gets you access to pretty much all the bonus content that we have ever done on Patreon. And I can say this with all honesty, I think that's a steal because there's quite a bit of content on there. Really good stuff like Tyler's Piggy Palace, Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, which was fantastic. Truly, that is worth the donation alone. But there's a bunch of other stuff, some videos of us eating spicy foods, and just some bonus episodes where we talk about games, and some bonus episodes where we talk about other stuff.
Nothing new.
I do have some people to thank, some executive producers who go above and beyond on Patreon and donate $20 or more a month. This episode was executive produced by Usurper Grimm, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Cousin David Galino, Platinum member Brett Miller, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Zeus Laser, Steve Dixon, Joseph Phillips, Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, the Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Plinko Nick Price, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Executive Producer Dig Duggy, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Piebaker Chris Vaughn, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, congratulations on your marriage, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Paul Anderson, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, and Captain Detective Count Victor Von Cunnilingus Hart. Thank you guys. You're fucking awesome. We appreciate it. It goes a long way.
How you want to? Well, our theme song is moved to Sycamore Drive.
Yeah.
We'll do that track from the show notes at TADPOG.com. How you want to close this one out, Dave?
Like we think the announcer of Race Driving sounds like.
Okay. So until next time. Tropical Capricorn! Man, these cars go fast!
We need more.
It's like they're driving in a race. And now a dramatic reading by Tyler Holland. Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him that she's in church, but she doesn't go. Still, she's on her knees, and Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know, so don't tell Scotty. Fiona says she's out shopping, but she's under me. And I'm not stopping. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't. Don't tell Scotty. I can't believe he's so trusted. While I'm behind you thrusting. Fiona's got him on the phone and she's tried not to moan. That's a very different little subset of pornography.
Yeah,
it's a three-way
out.
call and he knows nothing. Nothing. Scotty doesn't know. The parking lot, why not? It's so cool when you're on top. His front lawn in the snow. Life's so hard because Scotty doesn't know. I did her on his birthday. Scotty doesn't know. And then it just says that literally 30 times.
I don't think I like the person who sang that song.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
The puppet version or
The
just
puppet Matt Damon.
Okay, well that makes sense.